We're about to have a beautiful time. Positive vibes, let's go. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Yep. Even worse, I'm sick and tired of barely getting by. Yep. You wanna know the truth, keep this between us. Yeah, I got a job, but I'm only making peanuts. My bank account is so my pocket's kinda thin. I ain't DJ Khaled every now and then I win, But tonight I'm about to be undefeated. Just got off of work and I could barely believe it. Call the weed man, cause he know just what I'm needing. 5 o'clock traffic jam, I'm trying to beat it. Didn't quite happen, no bumper to bumper. Road rage people leaning heavy on they hunkers. I'm just trying to make it home, this day has been bunkers. I usually get drunk, but tonight I'm getting drunker. Called my friends and I explained the whole story, and this is what they told me. All to throw a party tonight. Hey. It's been a really long day for me. I should be living my life. Hey. Because time won't wait for me. All to throw a party tonight. Hey. Me and my friends I get wasted. And I'll be happy that I made it.
All right, welcome everybody to another lovely broadcast. We will be starting in just a second. They are getting ready. Little recap of yesterday, as I need to get rid of this earpiece because it is broken, obviously. So yesterday, Hanwha lost 11-7, gave up 13 hits, walked 4, had 2 errors. Welcome. So yesterday Ryu Hyunjin still looking for that first win, coming back to Hanwha. Only pitched 4.1 innings, ran into all kinds of troubles in the 5th. Yeah, it was brutal. The biggest thing is that it wasn't so much that, he's given up hits. It's that they were first pitch hits. First pitch, second pitch, and they were line shots. It wasn't like they were bloop singles or anything like that. And then on top of it, another thing that really kind of made me not upset or worried or anything like that, but it was more the coaches didn't go out. Like, you could look at his face, and then the broadcast kept showing his wife. Like, man, leave the dude's family alone. His family has nothing to do with his pitching. So yeah, it was pretty rough. Today's matchup, 2 pretty even guys. Pena, who's pitching 3.09 ERA so far this year. He's off to a good start. 2 games, 2 wins. Last year he had a 3.60 ERA and was off to a really slow start last year. So he's getting off to a little bit faster start this year, which is obviously a huge thing. The few things that I'm constantly worried about was last game he only pitched 5 innings and threw 95 pitches because he walked 3 batters and gave up a home run. Those are 2 things that I talked about in my preseason predictions about him that I was concerned about was, last year he was 7th in the league with walks and he was 2nd in the league with hit batters. He was 3rd in the league for home runs given up. So those things are 3 things that I'm obviously going to be watching very carefully, because he can strike out a lot of guys. He had 147 strikeouts last year and so he can strike out guys, but it's the walk and then the homer, or the walk and then the error from the defense, and especially since now they no longer allow the shift, which is something that Hanwha did a lot of compared to other teams. So those are a couple things. De Jesus on the mound, 348. So the two things I'm worried about is, one, it's not 2012. A lot of people were expecting him to come back at 2012 Ryu Hyunjin, and he's not 2012 Ryu Hyunjin. He's 2024 Ryu Hyunjin. It's 12 years later. Not only is he not the same, the KBO is not the same. The KBO has changed even since I got here in 2014, where it's, it just isn't quite, It's not the same. It's not the same KBO. The second thing is he only pitched a little bit last year. 안녕하세요. So the last year he did pitch a little bit, but he was coming back from surgery, so he didn't pitch really well. But how is he going to do? He hasn't, in the 3 games that I've watched, he hasn't had a game where he had his pitches. He had maybe 1 pitch or 2 pitches, and that was it. So really, those are the things that I'm looking for. I haven't seen him do much yet. And then, but you can't, the thing that we don't see as fans or whatever is the fact that, there's other things that he's going to be doing to show. So, but getting ready for first pitch again. Jesus, 10.1 innings, 1-1, 348 ERA, 726 OPS. I mean, definitely can't, but who knows? All right, we are ready for the first pitch. Leading off, Moon Hyun-bin looks at ball 1 on the outside. Moon Hyun-bin has been off to a pretty good start. 282 on the season. He is facing a lefty here who throws hard for a lefty. Very similar to Sanchez. He's going to throw around 148, 149 average. So he's going to get up over 150. And these guys don't see that, especially from a lefty. So Moon Hyun-bin, a lefty there, and he hasn't swung the bat yet, but that's in there for another 147. And he's going to throw a lot of fastballs. 29% of the time he's going to throw a fastball, a 4-seam. 26% of the time he's going to throw a 2-seam. As, again, he doesn't even take the bat off the shoulder, and it's quickly 2-2 for Moon Hyun-bin as he's, looking at both pitches so far, or all 4 pitches. So and Moon Hyun-bin lifts that one straight into center, but right at the center fielder, and that's 1 away. So for Hanwha, how are they going to hit against a left-hander? How are they going to hit against a left-hander that pitches hard? That's the biggest thing. So Jesus, Venezuelan, now facing Peraza, another Venezuelan. Let's see who gets the first battle of the Venezuelans. Okay. And first pitch way up high, ball 1. And Peraza hitting 500 on the season, 5 home runs, a 1.555 OPS, just ridiculous. And that's up high too. Ball 2, 2-0. Peraza 20 for 40 on the season, 12 runs scored, 11 RBIs, 9 strikeouts. Against righties, he's hitting 600. Against lefties, he's hitting a little bit less at 467 as he swings and fouls that one down the right field line and out of play. I love the fact that Hanwha went and got a switch hitter. That's one of the things that I don't understand why there's not more of. And that one's lifted way up high, center fielder underneath it, and that's 2 away. So the biggest thing, for Hanwha today is they've got a bunch of righties up. They only have 2 lefties in the lineup. Ido Yoon, the shortstop, taking over the regular shortstop, who obviously injured his hamstring yesterday on a slide. So Chan Sung off to a slow start, 256 so far in the season, just the 1 home run. He swings through that one that's out of the zone. Out of the zone, but he swung, so that would be a strike. There we go. All right, the 0-1 pitch sets up inside and comes way up and in, and that's a strike. just catches the top of the zone. So Chansung, the 0-2 pitch, offered at it, but held up just enough for the ball in the dirt. And that's going to make it 1-2. Chansung, again, 11 for 43 on the season, 1 home run. He kind of had the curse of the home run champion last year, as he played really well at the start of the season, and then after the home run derby that he won, as he goes down on strikes. After finishing the home run derby, winning the home run derby, he ended up really struggling. So, kind of, again, it goes to the MLB also, where whoever wins the home run derby ends up not actually doing well. So, oh well. That was last year. That's this year. Pretty much the same lineup as yesterday. A few changes in positions, but other than that, it's almost the exact same lineup as yesterday for Kiwoom. Again, obviously, Pena out on the mound today, looking for his 3rd straight victory to start the season. Moon Yeon-bin staying at second. Lee Do-yoon in at shorts today. Kim Tae-yeon over in right, as again they're facing the lefties, so they're going to have way more righties in the lineup. And Pena, two games so far, 11.2 innings, 2 wins, 3.09 ERA, 5.79 OPS, 3.1 walks per 9, 7.7 strikeouts per 9, and a 1.11 whip, which is right around the same as his last year. Last year, in the 32 games, he had a 1.17 whip. So, right on, pretty close to last year, but, giving up 2 runs in both of his starts this year. So, we will see. He has kind of changed his pitching. In previous years, he threw a 4-seam, a changeup, a curveball, a 2-seam, and a slider. This year, he has gone fastball 51% of the time, changeup 42% of the time, curveball 7% of the time. He's not throwing anything else. Only going to a 3-pitch repertoire. Man, it's been forever since I said that word. But first pitch swinging up high, 140 on the gun, and that's going to be a strike. So Lee Ju-hyung, off to what you would call a good start. 3 games so far this year, hitting .769 as he stands in the box against Pena. And that's lifted into center. Lee Jin-young giving it a little bit of a chase, and 1 away as he slides over to make the catch. And again, I don't, it's something that we can't see and can't measure in statistics or anything like that. But I wonder how much Ryu Hyun-jin has helped the team in other aspects that we can't really see. So Dawson stepping in. Dawson off to a good season once again. 324. Came as a replacement halfway through last year as he looks at ball 1 up high. Hitting .324 on the season, 2 homers, and it checks his swing, doesn't go around, and that's going to be ball 2. Dawson was a mid-season replacement, as Russell ended up getting hurt and then was re-signed. And did he go on that one? Once again, he's able to hold up, and now we've got a 3-ball count, as Pena has been working up high all game so far. Che, Gang, Han, Wa. Oh, that's a line shot. Kim Tae up against the wall, bounces over his head. Dawson running for second, looking in, sliding in safe to second, and that's going to be a 3-0 double. Ay. Ay, ay, ay. So yesterday, they really teed off on Ryu Jin on his fastball, his cut fastball, and his fastball. That there was a 140 fastball that was lifted over the right fielder's head. Next up is going to be Kim Hae-sung. Looks at ball one low. Kim Hae-sung, 341 on the season, 2 home runs, 11 RBIs, 14 hits, 4 steals. That's something to watch very closely on his steals, as this year with the bigger bases, he's obviously looking to show that he has speed to go with his contact power, as that curve comes in there for a strike. 1-1. And Kim Hae-sung asked in the offseason to be posted this year, and also asked that he can move back to shorts. They have not moved him back to shorts because he wanted to show that he had more range and things like that for MLB scouts. And the 1-1 pitch, curveball again, lifted foul up against, nope, gets through the netting into the Hanwha section, and that's going to bring it to 1-2. Make sure both of these are live, and they are. All right. The 1-2 pitch coming up. Way up high, and that's going to make it 2-2. Way, way, way up high. Kim Hae-sung does not. 감사합니다. All right, the 2-2 pitch here. Kim Hae-sung only with 2 strikeouts so far on this season. Sorry, 6 strikeouts, and that's slapped into the gap between short and third. Dawson will hold up at third, but that's going to put runners on the corner and bring up Choi Ju-won, who's always a threat to put one over. Hello. All right, the 1-2 pitch, or sorry, not 1-2 pitch. I still had my stuff set up. Choi Ju-won, 237, came over from SSG in the offseason. 1 home run on the season. And, just, I want to say an all-around, just good. And there's the, I wanted to highlight on that, but I didn't want to highlight it on until after. So again, I talked about Kim Hae-sung already has 4 stolen bases, and make that 5 stolen bases on the season. Choi Jae-hoon has been a starting block basically for other teams. I believe that's the 9th stolen base against him so far this year, as Choi Ju-won swings through that, and that's going to bring it 1-1, as that first pitch was a ball. Again, the bases are the bigger bases this year, so I don't know how much that has to do with it, but Choi Jae-hoon they've just been running rampant on him. Takes away the double play. Again, Kim Hae-sung obviously steals a lot of bases anyway, as Choi Ju-won fouls that out of play. All right, the 1-2 pitch once again, and goes down, fouls that one, out of play, and that's going to keep it. All right. The 1-2 pitch again, going way up high, and JJ Hoon jumps up to catch that as the Hanwha fans behind home plates hold their breath. All right. The 2-2 pitch up high once again. That's going to make it 3-2. His first full count of the day, his third 3-ball count. As Pena is looking at pitch number 18 so far in this first inning. And that's going to walk the bases full. Again, like I talked about at the beginning of the game, my things that I want to watch is the walks. Kiwoom is stepping in, hitting .257. Does have 1 home run on the season, 9 hits, 10 RBIs. So the 0-0 pitch and bounces that one in the dirt. JJ falls over, blocks it, ball 1. So, against Pena, Kiwoom is 2 for 5, hitting .400 against him. And that's way up high. Ball 2. Obviously, I don't know exactly what's happening here, but it seems, and this is another thing for Ryu Hyun-jin yesterday, everything was high. Everything was high. Again, Pena today, everything has been high. And that one was high, but lifted into center. Lee Young grabs it. Dawson tags up. And they are going to take a 1-0 lead on the sacrifice fly to center. Kim Hae-sung does stay at second base, so any pass balls or anything like that are going to be not going to score him at least. So we will consider that a good fact. Lee Hyung-jung stepping in, hitting .367 on the young season. Pena in there with a beautiful curveball, the 126. Getting ahead 0-1 was definitely help. In 1 home run, 7 RBIs in 9 games. Kiwoom hasn't played as many games as Hanwha yet due to some rainouts. And catches the outside, and that's going to make it 0-2 on Lee Hyung-jung. Hyung-jung 1 for 2 yesterday with 2 walks, an RBI single, and a strikeout. And goes down, lifts that one. Peraza going up against the wall. Did that go over the fence? I'm going to wait on this because it almost looked like it fell. It went above the padding, but not above the yellow line. Again, I can't see very well on this broadcast, but yep. 0-2 3-run shot. Song Moon will lead it off with a foul ball. And chops that one. Just... I mean, that was a changeup at the shin that he golfed out. Okay, all right, it's down 4-0. They were down 4-0 yesterday. No big deal. And that's going to be his first K of the game. But giving up the big giant homer. And Kiwoom might got to fix the hits here. 1, 2, 3 hits. 4 runs on 3 hits and a walk. All right, well, Hanwha, you got to get some runs back here. De Jesus was sitting for a long time. He's obviously cold. His arm is tired. Warmed up, cooled down. Time to get some runs back. Maybe, hopefully, yeah. We are back. There we go. All right, so Noshiwan is going to lead things off for Hanwha, trying to get it back into this game as they're already down 0-4. Noshiwan off to a rough start to his season, hitting 211, 8 for 38. Half of his hits have been of the souvenir variety as he looks at ball one in the dirt. Noshiwan had an amazing season last year. Preseason last year, he was my pick for the MVP because he's put things together each year since 2020. Looks at ball one outside. Maybe at this point, ball two. There we go. Maybe at this point he pushing a little bit as he pops that one way up in the air. First baseman giving chase up against the fence, but that is into the diamond seats and bounces up into the tables. That's going to be strike one. And already 11 strikeouts, 9 walks. He is getting on base, but again, 4 of his hits have been homers. And the 2-1 that is lifted, and that's going to be a homer, ladies and gentlemen. That just got out. Gets Hanwha on the board with a leadoff homer because Noshiwan knows solos. as he loves to lift that ball up into right field. The only question was whether it was going to stay in fair territory or not, and it did. All right, An Ji-hong now stepping in. An Ji-hong, the big pickup in the free agency for Hanwha out of Lotte, and formerly Kia before that. And chops that one up to second, grabs it and throws to first. One away. They can't shift, but they can be right next to the bag, and Kim Hae-sung grabs that right behind the bag. Yesterday, no home runs already through 1+ inning. We already have 2 home runs. He hit it. He knew it. He was just watching it, making sure that it stayed fair, and that was way up next to the scoreboard in right. So Kim Tae-yeon stepping in now. He's going to get maybe some more playing time with Lee Do-yoon having to be at second. Maybe get some at-bats against lefties. Looks at ball one. Oh, wow, that was a strike. Okay. That was very low on the strike zone. That hasn't been getting called strikes so far this year. And that's didn't even get his music done before he struck out. And Kim Tae-yeon, they want his bat in the lineup, and they're going to try to figure out some way to get his bat in the lineup. Whether it's playing at first base, playing in right. Yesterday, they had him at second, and as soon as he was at second, he had an error. Choi Jae-hoon stepping in. Looks at ball one, low in the zone, 149. Choi Jae-hoon hitting 263 on the season, 2 RBIs, 5 hits. 6 walks, or 6 combination walks and hit by pitches as he looks at strike one in there to make it 1-1. Choi Jae-hoon, they tried to put him at the... Again, I don't understand half the stuff these managers do, as he jumps back and out of the way as he almost takes another hit by pitch. I don't know how he gets hit so much. Maybe he just stays in there so long. I mean, he does crowd the plate as his looks at strike 2, 2-2. I think he just stays in there so long instead of bailing out of the way like a lot of other players. And Choi Jae-hoon, 네, 이거 라이브 해요. 근데 화면 중계 방송 하지 못해요. 그래서 제가 보고 근데 해설해요. 안 해요. But that's going to be 3 away for Hanwha as they head to the bottom of the second. Hanwha gets 1 run back on the No Shiwan home run. Choi Jae-hoon with the ground out to finish the inning. But very important to get 1 run back. Didn't give a lot of pitches, unfortunately. So the Jesus threw 14 pitches that inning and bringing him up to 27 on the game so far. Pena with 28 in that first inning alone. So pretty quick inning. Hopefully Pena settles back in and doesn't allow anything else. Give his offense a small chance to come back. out all of this messy. All right. Kiwoom's gonna lead off the inning with Kim Jae-hyun, the catcher, stepping in. Kim Jae-hyun hitting .240 on the season, 6 for 25 in his 8 games, no homers, and in there for a curveball, strike 1. All right, and bounces that one. Checks down at first, did not go. That's going to be a ball, 1-1. Did he hold up? That's a little iffy. All right, the 1-1 just gets a piece, fouls it off of Choi Jae-hoon's foot as he constantly is getting destroyed back behind home plates. Just gets the part of his shoe that is not covered. And the 1-2 way up high. He has been high his entire game with these fastballs. Whether overstriding or what. What's up? What's up, Dave? You in Seoul today, or are you still in Daejeon? As we got a foul ball here to keep it 2-2. The 2-2 pitch in the dirt. That's going to load the count up. One more full count, the third full count of the day so far. You should at least... So, again, you're in the vertical one instead of the horizontal. It doesn't show as much. And that's going to be a strike. Foul tip into the mitts of Choi Jae-hoon. And that's going to give strikeouts number 2 on the day. Yep. On the mound. That's strikeouts number 2. Try to go into... So, if you look on my YouTube... They're named 2 different things. So just a sec. There we go. Chopper to Noshiwan at third. The throw and 2 away. I live in Korea, so I watch it on TV. So Dave, if you go to my actual YouTube channel, live KBO is vertical, KBO live is horizontal. All right. 2 quick outs, and that's fouled up into the air, going left, up against the netting, and that's strike 1. Yeah, Pena on the mound has not been pitching well. So far today, gave up 3 hits in the first inning, a walk, and a 3-run homer. There we go. And that's going to be a ball. 1-1 is the count. And the 1-1 pitch, that's chopped to first. Chae Sung scoops it up and steps on the bag for out number 3. And we've got 2 innings complete here as we will head to the top of the third. Hanwha down 4-1. Oh, but they will lead off with Lee Do-yoon, followed by Lee Jin-young to round out the order before heading back up to the top for Moon Hyun-bin. Try to update you. No, didn't get pulled. He threw. The problem is he threw 28 pitches in the first inning. He's had 2 full counts already. So I'm just, his pitch count. Luckily he only threw 11 pitches that last inning, but he's already at 39 through 2 innings versus De Jesus, who's sitting at sitting at 27. Hey, Jesus. Oh, yeah, they're so slow. All right, Lee Do-yoon leading things off for Hanwha. Everybody's favorite song. Hey. That's chopped up. Second baseman over, grabs it, flips it back, and that's going to be a first pitch ground out. Lee Jin-young stepping in. I finally got his music updated, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Lee Jin-young came up yesterday, 2 for 4 yesterday, so he's hitting 400 on the season. Good. I've been struggling with how big to make everything, so as he looks at ball 1 and strike 1 in there, evens the count at 1-1. Lee Jin-young started the season in second league, came up yesterday, went 2 for 4, but ended up the 2 outs he did have were strikeouts as he looks at the 1-1 pitch inside ball 2. Yeah, this is the first year that they allowed that I can do both streams through one program. So as Lee Jin-young looks at ball or strike 2, bringing the count to 2-2. The number 9 hitter again, 2 for 4 yesterday to start his season, and chops that one foul back up against the netting behind home plate. All right, resetting the 2-2 pitch once again, coming in, and that's fouled straight back as the Hanwha man jumps off to the side, then holds his head in disbelief as looks like maybe his grandpa laughs and mocks him for jumping out of the way when the old grandpa just stood there to take it to the face. All right, once again, another 2-2 pitch coming up. He calls for time and then finally gets its very, very long. Again, the pitch clock is being in use, but it's not enforced, which makes no sense whatsoever. But the 2-2 pitch, and that is going to make him go sit down without swinging at strike number 3, as it was right down the middle. Again, my concern always with Lee Jin-young is strikeouts. He's a 30 to 40% strikeout guy. So far right now, he's had 5 at-bats this season, 2 hits, and 3 strikeouts. So 60, yeah. But Moon Hyun-bin is in there now, flew out to center field in his first at-bats, looks at strike 1 on the curveball. Or maybe it was a changeup. Back up the middle, shortstop over on the second base side, and they pick it up, throw him out on the 6-3 on the second base side, which isn't something we get to see very often anymore, as the band shift takes away that awkward, weird scoring system. Well, DeJesus is, pitching well. Not only pitching well, but minus the Noshiwan home run, pretty much. Pitching is about as well as you can. 10 pitches that inning, 37 pitches so far on the day for DeJesus. He's got 2 so far. I even got you guys a K marker. I spent hours trying to get the old K markers set up. The game is moving quick. I probably shouldn't have said anything because that means that it's probably going to end rather quickly. So, all right. Pena will be back on the mound facing Dawson, who doubled in his first at-bats, Kim A-sung, who singled and stole a base, and then Choi-Ju-won, who walked and came home to score on the 3-run shot. So Pena, again, setting at 39 pitches so far through just 2 innings. Of course, Dave, do you think this is amateur hour? That was what took so long, is having to set everything up for both regular and backwards. All right, Dawson looks at the first pitch way up high on ball 1. All right, the 1-0 pitch bounces. That's one in the dirt. Dawson jumps up over it and into the other batter's box. Ball 2. And misses inside as Choi Jae-hoon tried to frame that 2-0 pitch. And once again, Dawson has a 3-0 count. First inning, he had a 3-0 count and doubled. Looks it to strike 1 on the outside. Pitch count, always an issue with Pena as he walks him. And I don't know where that pitch went because they just showed the worst possible angle. Literally looked like it was from the rafters of the Gocheok Skydome. Maybe they'll re-show it. All right, Kim A-sung. Again, singled, stole a base in his first at-bats. Just basically right now trying out for major league teams. Inside. Throw over to first. Drops the ball on Cheong and rolls over to the side, but grabs it. Dawson didn't have his oven mitts on. Now he's ready for some baking. Threw it. Oh, I guess it hit Dawson right in the hip as he dives back. Didn't have both of his oven mitts. Nike in the cooking department with the and that's in there for a strike. What is the Licking Heights High School mascot? All right. Pitch number 46 on the day for Pena. 0-1 count to Kim A-sung. And that's lifted up. Shortstop, third baseman, and left fielder, and it falls in between all of them in foul territory. Licking Hornets. No, because I don't want to, for this specific game, you have to have your TVing accounts. It won't work outside of Korea. All right. Chops that one up against the netting, and that's going to keep it at 0-2. Yeah, Alejandro, the problem is like you have to have an account, and not only that, you also a VPN, and there's something else you have to do in order to be able to watch it. So even if I gave you as that's fouled up against the netting way down the right field line, keeping it 0-2. Yeah, I know people have tried to access it with a VPN alone, and it doesn't work. So, no, please don't, because I don't know what YouTube is gonna do about that. All right, the 0-2 pitch, chopped to second, the throw to short, and he drops it on the transfer. So we're gonna have 1 out, a drop on the transfer, leaving a runner at first as Kim Hae-sung is able to beat out the non-throw. So at least they do get the 1 out. Ooh, I'm surprised that. Yeah, I think they're gonna review this, and they're gonna call him safe. As he didn't actually catch that. Yeah, I think they're going to overturn this. It did look like he was, Yeah, he never actually had it. So we're going to reset that. No outs. Runners on first and second. We got an error by Hanwha. And that's going to be an E6 on the shortstop as he fails to catch the throw from Moon Hyun Bin at seconds, trying to rush it through. And then now they're going to... Choi Jae-hoon is going to go out, talk to Pena, as now he's obviously... lead off batter on. Then should have been a double play, but instead we have no outs and runners on first and second. Pitch number 50 coming up for Pena as Hanwha doing some Hanwha things. So Choi Ju-won stepping in, 237 on the season, walked and scored in his first at-bats. We'll see. Again, I talked about in the preview parts of the game. The issue is the walks. You know, he's already given up 2 walks, and that's beautiful in there. Strike 1. Yeah. I mean, the thing is I don't think he didn't make it to the 6th inning very often last year either. You know. He just walks too much. And that is golfed into right. That's going to fall in front of Kim Tae-yeon. Kim Tae-yeon does not have a good arm. Dawson is going to be in safely, making it 5-1. And I believe Kim Hae-sung is going to be on third base. He is, as that's now going to be, instead of... 1 runner on and 2 outs. It's now 1 more run scored and no outs with runners on the corner. I'm not sure what Choi Ju-won was doing over there at first, as he was laying on the ground, lifting his hand up. But what we got now is Jeep sacrifice fly to center field in his first at-bats with the RBI that scored Dawson way up. And that's going to be ball one. Wow. All right. The 1-0 pitch. And lifts that one back and up against the netting. But Chejeun makes the catch off the back of the netting. Unfortunately, that does not count as an out, and we have a 1-1 count. And pitch number 54 here, and with no outs in the third inning. And that's line to shorts. 1 out. All right. We could be going to the top of the fourth, but nope. We are sitting here with runners on the corner, first and third. Yeah. And you saw his body movements. He definitely thought it should have, he knew that would have been the third out. But Lee Hyung-jong stepping in. He's the one with the 3-run homer in the first inning, and looks its ball one way up, way outside. Hitting 387 on this young season. 2 home runs. 10 RBIs now for him. Looks at strike one on the inside. 1-1 is the count. Would love a double play here. He hit into 11 of them last year. Would love to see number 1 on the season coming up right here. Right here. No. Ball 2. Let's try that again. Hanwha did turn 1 double play yesterday. So how about 1 now? There would be a very, very important double play, as that one is in the dirt, making it 3-1. Again, this is his 5th 3-ball count so far this game. 2 full counts, 2 3-ball counts. 3 of the 4 have been runners have gotten on, and 1 was a strikeout. And that's in there. Brings the counts full 3-2. He knew that was a beautiful pitch. Not very often. Definitely not often. And he played he played right yesterday and had an awful day in right field. But I think at this point they've won 5 straight games. They don't want to change anything. They're going to keep the same lineup. All right, the 3-2 pitch coming up. Outside. Ball 4. His second walk of this inning. Yeah. Again, if you watched my preview show, this was my concern. I understand they went safe. They went safe with Pena and Sanchez. I don't think they were quality, but he's 35 strikes, 25 balls, 60 pitches, and he's 2.1 innings in. Last year he had 77 walks, 7th in the league. He hit He was second in the league in hit batters. Third in the league with home runs given up. I think he was seventh in the league with hits given up. He was third in the league with runs given up. He wasn't a top 15 pitcher, and that's something that's lifted into center. That's gonna score a run up against the warning track. Grabs it. Kim Mae-sung is. And they all are going to tag up, moving all the runners over as Lee Jin-young lazily caught that ball. So instead of having runners on first and second with 2 outs, they now have runners. Oh, no. So the first baseman, guy on first, did not tag up, which. 감사합니다. My very custom subscribe button. I don't get to see that very often. All right, runners on the corner, 6-1. They've scored 2 runs so far this inning. Kim Jae-hyun, who struck out in his first at-bats. The catcher looks at ball 1 way up. I won't tell you how many times I filmed that. All right, here we go. The 1-0 pitch. Let's get a ground ball out. Get out of this inning. Catches the outside corner. That's going to be 1-1. How about a strikeout looking so Dave can see some backwards Ks? Dave loves the backward K. And that's chopped to Noshiwan. Scoops it up. Throws to first. Out in time. Ends the inning. It's with the 5-3 putouts. Pena slowly walks off as suffering from a very rough inning. Very rough starts. And we will go to the top of. Yeah. The double play that didn't happen doesn't help. That's the biggest thing is, you get as a pitcher, you get a double ball, you get a double play ball, and especially with Kim Mae-sung, who's very, very fast, being able to get a double play ball that can double him up. And I think that's where the actual problem was Lee Do-yoon knew that Kim Mae-sung was running, so he tried to rush it, and instead of actually grabbing it, throwing, it ended up being not catching it. And so instead of at least having 1 out with a runner on first, it became obviously runner on first and second with no outs, and everything unraveled from there. But Hanwha is ready. Peraza is ready. De Jesus has been sitting for a while, which is always a good thing. So hopefully Peraza can get that average back above 500. Sitting at 488 so far on the season after flying out to center field in his first at-bats. And that one is a 55-foot ball. Peraza picks it up, tosses it over to the ball Venezuela. And and that's in there for strike. So you have Sanchez and Peraza from Venezuela, De Jesus from Venezuela, Cuevas from Venezuela, and then there's one other guy from Venezuela as Peraza looks at ball 2 on the outside. And ball 3. Peraza does have plenty of walks already this year. 9 walks, 9 strikeouts, 9 walks. And that's in there as the ball sits in the catcher's glove, and then Peraza swings because he knows it was already a strike. 3-2 pitch coming up in the dirts. That's going to be ball 4. Peraza is going to have another walk, his 10th of the season. And Hanwha has a leadoff runner on for their first walk of the day. And please don't try to steal. Please don't try to steal. No steals. Peraza is 1 for 4 on the season in stolen base attempts. Cheon-sung stepping in. Struck out in his first at-bat. Thank you, sir. Welcome, Kenny, welcome. And Cheon-sung looks at strike 1 down the middle, and they show they have to. The umpire steps way over to the side, taps his fake watch, and then points to the score to make sure that the pitcher knows that they had a pitch clock violation that means absolutely nothing. Cheon-sung smacks that one up against the netting, and that's going to be strike 2. 0-2. And that's going to be 2 shorts. The throw in time at second base. And that's going to be a 6-4 putouts for Cheon-sung. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What? Was it a foul? No, it was a foul. So we will keep it sitting there. Peraza back out first. Cheon-sung still up. Definitely off to a slow start. And that's way up. Giving chase. Choi-Ju-won up against the netting and steps back off. And so instead of a 6-4 ground out, he's going to have a foul pop to the first baseman and 1 away. Yeah, Cheon-sung really hasn't hit well since the All-Star break last year. So, 256 coming into today's game, way down. Last year, hit really well in the beginning of the season. In the first half, he hit 291, but he hit 228 in the second half. Ouch. No-Shi-won looks at ball 1. No-Shi-won, obviously the massive home run in the beginning. 왜요? 왜 화났어요? 6대1. And that's in there for a strike. 1-1. 네. 왜 오늘까지 안 왔어요? It's 6-1. The 1-1 pitch. No-Shi-won looks at strike one at the top of the zone. That's going to be 1-2. Again, No Shiwan with a solo shot in the second inning. And the 1-2 pitch gets a piece of it. Lifted Kim Ae-sung with the glove up halfway into right field, and that's going to be 2 away. 올해 모든 한화 팬 류현진 보고 싶은데 아마 지금부터 어제부터 다른 팀 팬 류현진 보고 싶어요. All right, An Ji-hong stepping in, grounded out to second in his first at-bat. That's in the dirt. Ball 1. The 1-0 pitch coming up. And that is also in the dirt. It hits his foot, so it's going to be a dead ball anyway. Ball 2. Here comes the 17th pitch of the at-bat, or 17th pitch of the game, or the inning for De Jesus. 54th pitch on the season, or the, why can't I talk? But it's a strike anyway. 150 on the gun. Again, they are going to see some guys throwing 150 in the KBO. Most of them are going to be right-handers. Lefties, they're going to see some relievers that throw 150. But outside of Sanchez, I don't think there's any left-handed pitchers that are throwing this fast. So the 2 Venezuelan left-handed pitchers are definitely going to be the fastest throwing left-handed starters in the league. The 2-1 pitch, and that's grounded to short, throws over to seconds, and another fantastic play on defense keeps Hanwha from scoring again. And that will take us to the bottom of the 4th. Hanwha still with 1 hit on the day, the No Shiwan solo home run. Again, Hanwha has struggled to hit. They've struggled to hit for the last 3 or 4 years. I mean, it's crazy because I think back to when I first started watching Hanwha games, first started going to Hanwha games, and they could hit. They would score 12 runs but lose 17-12. And now, they can finally pitch, but they can't score. They went out and got Peraza, who's been really good. An Ji-hong has been, decent, but they're really missing pieces offensively. Their young guys just haven't taken that step yet. They haven't been like, okay, No Shiwan has taken the step, but he's got to show that it's not just a single year, that it's more. So Pena should be back out there to face Im Ji-yeol. Nope, we have a why. Won Jun-seo out on the mound now for Hanwha. why. So Wang Junso started a game. His first start, pitched extremely well, got the win. So what do? Now he's in the bullpen in a 6-1 game. But first pitch is a strike. And the second pitch in the dirt. I don't get this. Last week he pitched on Sunday, I believe. I believe he pitched Sunday last week. Yeah. Yeah, so he pitched Sunday last week. He could have easily pitched tomorrow. Obviously, I guess that means they're going to go with Kim Min-woo tomorrow. But that's swung down the third base line, doesn't realize it at all. Choi Jae-hoon runs over, picks it up, throws him out at first. And I couldn't really even see it because the cameraman didn't even know. Oh, he didn't even hit it. It hit the glove. So he didn't hit it. It was a strikeout. He'll get his first strike up there. And we've got ourselves a 1-1 count once again. Yeah, it looked like he hit it and that it maybe rolled into fair territory, but the camera was stuck on nothing. And that's low ball 2-1. My pick for Rookie of the Year here, Wang Junso, still 18 years old. And beautiful pitch there. 127 as it just falls out on the forkball. So the 2-2 pitch coming up to Lee Ju-hyung grounds that one into the dirt, and that's going to bring the counts full. 3-2. No, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch coming up. Just misses. Was it? Okay, I was right. I said it was 3-2, but the score on the score bug on the TV showed that it was not. I wasn't crazy. I was right. TVing was wrong. Or KBS was wrong. One of the two. All right. Dawson stepping in, double and a walk so far today. And swings through that 145 up in the zone. 145 for a strike. All right, the 0-1 pitch coming up to Dawson. Fouls that one out of play, making it 0-2. How about the good old Samgu Samjin? Samgu Samjin. The 3-pitch strikeouts. I got my strikeouts button ready. We got the music loaded. We're ready. That's way too high. Dawson doesn't strike out that much. 9 strikeouts so far in his 9 games. Way up high on that one, too. I wonder if it's something to do with the dirt. Because, again, Ryu Hyun-jin yesterday was high on everything. Pena, his fastball was high. Wang Junso, also high all day. All day. He's throwing 15 pitches, but And that, ladies and gentlemen, is another strikeout. Strikeout number 2 on the day. Once again, my pick for Rookie of the Year. And that's going to bring up Kim Hae-sung as he tosses over to first. Not even close. And Kim Hae-sung, the lefty, this will be a good matchup for him. Obviously, Kim Hae-sung, one of the best players in the league. Looks at strike one, just paints the bottom. A beautiful, beautiful pitch. That is textbook low and away. All right. The 0-1 pitch. And that's line to short, tosses to second, and that's 3 away. 1 ball, 2, 3, with 2 strikeouts for the Hanwha Eagles rookie. And that will be the end of the 4th inning. Hopefully this means that he will, obviously it's only 1 inning, but hopefully this means that next weekend he'll get a start. Give him a couple innings here, 2 or 3 innings. 2 or 3 innings here, and then from, just to keep him kind of warm, I guess. 17 pitches in that inning, 10 of them for strikes, 2 strikeouts. Take that any day of the week. It's what Hanwha needs right there. Quick 1, 2, 3 inning. As we are back, gonna face Kim Tae-yeon to lead it off. 0 for 1 on the day with the strikeouts. All right, Kim Tae-yeon leading things off. That's ripped down the line and up against the wall. That's going to be 2 for him as he rounds second and sliding in. Safe. He was a little slow out of the box. Was staring at it too much. Thought he got all of it, but it was just shorts. Wow, nice swim move there to get in safely. And Hanwha's got a leadoff double. Just needed the Wong Jun Saw. No, I mean he started at Sunday's game. It's not, and he pitched again. He pitched against the Dodgers for Team Korea. So, but Jae-jae-hoon stepping in, looks at strike 1 at the bottom of the zone. 0-1. No, he was the first pick in the draft, so they brought him. They don't do that in Korea. They don't bring them slowly. It's like, here you go. You're the first pick. Here's the fire. Jae-jae-hoon rips that one into right field. Kim Tae-yeon stops at third, but we've got runners on the corner with no outs. Like I said, all they needed was the Wang Junso 2 strikeouts. Get some energy back in this team after yesterday's 5th inning debacle. So we've got runners on the corner. Ito Yoon stepping in. Mound visits here. As he's only sitting at 58 pitches, so it's not like, he should be, but he's only thrown 3 pitches this inning. As Kim Tae-hyun with a 2-pitch double, and now Choi Jae-hoon lead off, or first pitch swinging into the gap in right. Runners at the corner. Lee Do-yoon stepping in, grounded out to second in his first at-bat. All right. And that's in the dirt. Ball one. Hey, you. Hey, you. All right, the 1-0 pitch, way up and in as he falls back, dodging that ball up by his face. Rubs his arm a little bit, stands back up. Woo! All right. We've got the 0-2 pitch coming up, the 2-0 pitch coming up. Lee Do-yoon, runners on the corner. Lee Do-yoon coming into today's game, hitting .429, 0 for 1 on the day, but 3 for 8 on the season. Has not been getting a lot of action, and this is one of the things that I really don't like. One, because of the player who's playing instead of him. Everybody knows my disdain for him, but Lee Do-yoon is the reason why Hanwha didn't finish in last place last year. And that's ripped right to first. Oh my God. Ripped down the first base line. Choi Jae-hoon grabs it, steps on first, fakes the throw to second. Choi Jae-hoon runs to second. Kim Tae-hyun caught way off the bag, throws to third, and it's a 3-5 double play. Wow. Lee Jin-young chops it to third, grabs it, throws to first, and wow. Wow. Like, I don't even know what else to say besides wow. Like, it's just unbelievable how that's not on the base coach. That's instinct, but it is on the base coach for not yelling at him to get back. And it was just a great play by the first baseman. Really, just a great play by the first baseman. Just unbelievable. Like Hanwha, they finally get runners on first and third, nobody out, and they Yeah, I mean that's a pretty good thought actually. I'm going to change something real quick. I don't like this way up here. Okay. All right. After the great play at first, Jeju-won will lead things off. Wang Jun-seo back out on the mound and somehow misses the corner on that, and that's going to be ball one. And outside, ball two. Wow. Just nothing goes right for Hanwha. And underneath that one, lifted up. Peraza running underneath it and one away for Hanwha. What a play. All right. Kimiji leads off. Looks at strike one in there. And Wang Jun-seo back out there. I assume he'll finish this inning, give him 2 innings, go to the break, and then go into the bullpen more. As swings through that one. Get my K's back up there for the young fella. As he's going to face the 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up. The 0-2 pitch misses low. Ball one, 1-2. And chops that one. Noshiwan ranging over, grabs it, picks it up, throw to first, and 2 away. All right, Wang Jun-seo, pitch number 25 of his day, coming out of the bullpen. In there for a strike down on the outside corner. A beautiful, beautiful pitch. Lee Hyung-jong, 3-run homer and a walk for him. He is obviously responsible for the big shot in the first inning. As that one goes about 45 feet before it hits the dirt. Whoops. Gives him a whoops. And just misses up high on the curveball that doesn't quite curve. All right, the 1-2 pitch coming up way up high, and that's going to bring 2-2, 3-2. Apparently there was a pitch somewhere that I didn't see because they were showing the replay of the home run from the first inning. Once again, broadcast sucks. All right, the 3-2 pitch. And he'll take his base for the second straight walk. All right, come on now. Sung Sung Moon 0 for 1 on the day. Sacrifice fly, RBI, and his second at bat. Struck out in his first. And the first pitch up high, ball 1. And the 1-0 lifted, center fielder underneath it, and that will be 3 away. As once again has a walk, but outside of the walk, no real challenges for him, and that will go to the break. I will be back in just a second. All right, we are back with the top of the sixth coming up. De Jesus still out on the mound, only 63 pitches. He only needed 8 pitches in his last inning to get around the 2 leadoff hits. Was able to get around it due to the fantastic defense by his first baseman and the heads-up play to get the double play out at third base instead of allowing the run to score. But Moon Yunbin leading things off for Hanwha. 0 for 2 on the day. Ground out, then a fly out. Flew out to center field in his first at-bat and then grounded out to shorts in his last at-bat. But he'll try to get things started for Hanwha as they try to make up this 5-run deficit for the second half. Looks at strike one in there. All right, Moon Yunbin. And that'll be chopped. Second, 1 away. Very, very common out for him as he grounds to second a lot. All right. There we go. All right, we got the man, the myth, and the legend himself, Peraza, stepping in, walked in his last at-bats. He is 0 for 1 on the day, and that one is absolutely crushed. There's no way you're catching that, as that is into the stands for another home run, the 5th home run of the season for Peraza, as he puts Hanwha 1 run closer to coming back in this game. Let's give him some running, base running. And Peraza with a absolute shot. All right, Cheon-sung stepping in. I would love to see a Cheon-sung Peraza back-to-back shots. Let's see, again, 6th home run of the season. He's excited, but he's not too excited as that just basically narrows the gap, and they still need 4 more runs. But Cheon-sung swinging at that, and that's going to make it 1-1 as the foul ball hits up against the fence on the left side. 125. 156 off the bat, 33 degrees. I mean, that's a home run in any stadium in the country. A home run in any major league stadium, as Cheon-sung holds up, and that's going to make it 2-1 on the count. That could be it. Oh, just foul. Oh, I thought that was the back-to-back shot. I mean, that missed maybe 2-3 feet left of the foul pole. And resets the 2-2 pitch. That's in the dirt. Ball 3. We're going to have ourselves another full count. The second full count for Hanwha. All right. The 3-2 pitch. Cheon-sung. And that's grounded to seconds, behind the bag, and throw to first. 2 away. They have just had absolutely fantastic positioning the whole game against Hanwha. All right, 2 outs, no Shiwan. First pitch swinging, fouls that one back up against the fencing and not catchable. I would actually love to see No Shiwan move up into the 3-hole. Cheon-sung drop back down into the 4-hole. So it's a Peraza No Shiwan situation on offense. But for some reason, they love to have him at the 4 spot. I don't know why. That's going to be ball 1. Even Cheon-sung down to the 5 spot, with An Chi-hong moving up to the 4 spot, would also make me happy to see. That's also crushed just too high. Dawson under it. And that's going to take us to the bottom of the 6th. As Hanwha does get 1 run back on the Peraza moonshot to cut the deficit to 6-4 as the Hanwha fans out in the outfield again. At this point in the season, Hanwha basically is filling all the stadiums. So obviously opening weekend was sold out. Saturday and Sunday both sold out against LG. Then the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday games for SSG were not sold out, but all 5 home games were sold out for Hanwha versus KT. And then last night's game was sold out. Today's game is sold out. Tomorrow's game is sold out. So Hanwha, despite outside of 3 weekday games in Incheon, have played in front of sold out crowds the whole season so far. And then next weekend, Friday and Saturday, both sold out. I think today the Saturday Orange Day game tickets went on sale, and I think they were sold out within I want to say 7 minutes. All right. So Kim So-hyun on the mound now for 2 games, 2.2 innings. Still no, keeping his ERA at 0. Did pitch in yesterday's game. So I'm not exactly sure why he's out here again today. But then again, I don't know anything. So Kim Jae-hyun is going to lead things off for Kiwoom, the 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a 5-3 ground out in his last at bat. First pitch swinging, chops that one foul down the left field line. Oh my God, I like listening to him do color commentary is dreadful. And that is crushed foul. Strike 2. Kim So-hyun out there again. 19, 20. 2004. So he's still 19 years old. He'll be 20 at the end of next month. Last year, struggled with command. Again, he's had his issues. With the whole number thing. And that is lined into rights. And that's going to be a leadoff single for Kim Jae-hyun as Kim Tae-hyun throws it back in. And they have another leadoff runner with an 0-2 pitch. All right, we've got our first bunt of the game, ladies and gentlemen. And up high, ball 1, Choi Jae-hoon fakes the throw back to first base. MGL, coming into today's game, he was 0 for 15, 0 for 2 today, and that is a chopper to short. 6-4-3 double play, 2 outs, and he continues his hitless 2024 season. Now 0 for 18. 6-4-3. Beautifully, just the way they draw it up in all the video games. And that's going to have Lee Ju-hyung leading things off and looks at strike one on the outside at 136. Lee Ju-hyung 0 for 2 on the day, dropping his average way down. Does have a walk, and that's going to be ball one way outside. Coming into today's game, he was hitting 769, 10 for 13. Dropped down to 10 for 15, 667 on the season. And looks at ball two. Does have a walk today, though. And the 2-1 pitch, that is lifted into center field. Lee Ju-hyung underneath it, and that's going to be 3 away. As the bullpen continues to pitch extremely well for Hanwha. And we will go to the 7th inning. We'll have An Ji-hong, Kim Tae-yeon, and Choi Jae-hoon for Hanwha going into the 7th inning here. Go, Hanwha Eagles. Come on, Hanwha. One more. Right. You got 3 innings to get 4 runs. 3 innings to get 4 runs. You got this. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Alright, we should be coming back here. I don't know why my hot tea's not working anymore. There we go. Oh yeah, easy. No question. Definitely got this. An Ji-hong is going to lead things off with a single here. All right, An Ji-hong looks at strike one. De Jesus still out there as he's now at pitch, only 12 pitches last inning, despite giving up the home run. And that's low ball 1-1. Swings, tips it, but back into the mitts. And there we go. There's that. Oh, just curves foul. I thought my premonition about the single over the third baseman's head just curves about a foot foul. All right, we'll reset for the 1-2 pitch once again. And that's way up 2-2. A couple things of note. Jesus right now at 80 pitches. The most he's thrown is 86. He threw 85 in 7 innings last game against LG for the win. He only threw 86 pitches in the first game in the 3.1 innings against NC. So An Ji-hong fouls. That's one. Stays alive. 2-2. He is coming up on that 85 pitch, which again the first 2 outings he's had is about where he's at. How much more he can throw over that 85, we'll see. As this here is going to be pitch number 82 on the day for him. And that's way outside. Ball 3. Full counts coming up here for An Chi-hong. I said a single, but we'll take a walk. All is the same in baseball and love. De Jesus looks like he's not comfortable out there right now. An Chi-hong stepping into the box, leans back, lifts the bats way up in the air. The 3-2 pitch fouls it to the first base dugouts, and we will reset. And Jesus does not look comfortable out there. He keeps adjusting his. It's like he has MLB Fanatics uniform because he keeps adjusting. It does not seem comfortable. Just did get a warning from the umpire. The 3-2 pitch. That's going to be ball 4. Take your base, sir. We will have another leadoff runner for Hanwha on the walk. All right, so we've got our leadoff. And looks like here we go. Coming out. Again, that's pitch number 84 there. He's through 85 and 86. And that looks like it might be the end of the day. No, he's talking, looks like to the... he's talking to the trainer and the translator. Again, I said he did not look comfortable out there. He kept adjusting himself. Like, and his glove's not even on his hand right now. He's holding his glove in his other hand, in his right hand, by the back strap of the glove. So it looks like there's going to be a pitching change here, as he did not look comfortable. He kept adjusting himself, and he really looked like he wasn't comfortable at all. So now the pitching coach is going to go out, and again, it looks like he's done. He's given up the ball. They're not taking it from him. He's holding it out, giving it to him. So he's going to be done for the day. 84 pitches for him. This whole inning, and even walking off, he looks like he keeps adjusting himself. I don't want to say where he's adjusting himself, but you can probably guess where he's adjusting himself. So maybe a groin injury or something. As then we will have a new pitcher, and getting into this bullpen for Kiwoom. We'll see who they bring in. Looks like Kim Yoon-ha will make his way into the game. We will get into the bullpen, the much-needed bullpen, as he has been obviously pitching extremely well. But, that whole inning, after he came back out, he just didn't look comfortable. He kept adjusting himself, changing, so obviously there was some issue. But here we go. We have Kim Yoon-ha on the mound, 2 games, 5.1 innings, 8.44 ERA on the season for him. So, young guy. He is 19 years old. Just turned 19 years old last month. So this year, again, I talked about in the preview, Kiwoom, they're at the point where they're rebuilding. Somehow, they're off to an extremely great start, but it's a thing that I don't think they can continue with. But Kim Tae-yeon stepping into the box. We'll get to face him to welcome him to the Hanwha, and swings through a ball way up in the air, way up high at his eyes, 143, and that's going to be strike 1. Oops, that's not a ball. It should have been a ball, but he swung at it, so he's pitching 2 games, 2.1 innings, and 3 innings in his 2 games so far this year, as that is a beautiful pitch in there, 120 for a strike 2. 3 innings, gave up 3 hits and 2 runs. His other, he gave up 2.1 innings. He gave up 3 runs. So, let's see how many they give up. All right, the 0-2 pitch, and that's fouled away. So we got another 0-2 pitch coming up. Kim Tae-yeon versus Kim Yoon-ha. Yoon-ha. And that is way outside. Bounces it into the batter's box, and that's going to bring it to 1-2. Literally, the bounce right in the middle of the left-handed batter's box. And we will reset for a 1-2 pitch. Kim Tae-yeon really needs a single here. Doubled in his last at-bats. 1 for 2 on the day. And that is the same thing you did in your first at-bats, which is swing at a ball for strike 3. All right, Choi Jae-hoon coming up, singled in his last at-bats, and also looks at strike 1 right down the middle at 146. He is hitting 286 on the season, grounded out to the catcher in his first at-bats, and then singled in his second at-bat to move Kim Tae-yeon to third, but no runs on that. And that's outside. Ball 1. Eagles 제재훈 K 세라 Eagles 승리해요. And the 1-1 pitch, catcher sets up on the outside, right at the knee level, and that's low. Ball 2 in the dirt. Catcher flips it over to the ball girl and gets a new ball. We don't need this anymore, as both of the starters are out of the game. And the 2-1 pitch to Choi Jae-hoon. Rips to third baseman, spins. Oh my. Once again, ridiculous defense against Hanwha as he catches the line drive right at the ground, spins, tries to throw, but An Ji-young was able to get back in time. An absolutely crushed ball. What a play by the third baseman. Like, I can't even, the broadcast is so bad. Like, I can barely even see half of the plays. Because the camera angles are just so bad. But Lee Do-yeon stepping in, looks at ball 1 on the inside. Grounded into a 4-3 put out, and then that 3-5 double play to end the threats back in the 5th inning. And it looks at strike 1. He has had a rough day. That error at second where he didn't catch the ball trying to turn the double play, and then that 3-5 double play in the 5th really hurt Hanwha as he looks at ball 2 way inside at 117 and bringing the count to 2-1. So yeah, Lee Do-yeon, again, he's not getting a lot of playing time. Maybe he'll get a little bit more playing time now that the number 16 is injured with a hamstring issue, as he looks at ball 3-1. Again, he is the reason why Hanwha didn't finish last year. They were struggling so much at shortstop with Park Jung-hyun and Osunjin, just so many struggles last year, and then he came up, played extremely well, but that's going to be lined in front of the left fielder, and that's going to be another base runner for Hanwha as he gets a nice 2 outs, single to left, and his first time on the base pass today. And that's going to bring up Lee Jin-young, who has been known to hit a few home runs. Would love to see an Lee Jin-young home run right here. Man. And that's way outside in the dirt. Ball 1. So Lee Jin-young, again, 2 for 4 yesterday, 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a ground out to third base. 333 on the season. He's only played 2 games. Is a huge strikeouts, double, home run guy as they have made their way back to the mound to talk to the young 19-year-old pitcher. As the pitching coach walks away, grabs the rosin, re-rosins himself up, wipes the sweat, and he's ready for the 1-0 count. Lee Jin-young stepping in again, right side, right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. Pitch number 16 of the inning, runners on first and second, 2 outs, 1-0 count. Lee Jin-young lifts that one into the gap. And that, sir, is up against the top of the wall, just under the yellow, and that's going to score at least 1. And that's going to score 2 runs for Hanwha as just misses a home run as it hits the very, very top of the padding. But there's a gap between the top and the actual yellow line. Just missed a home run, but Hanwha does get 2 more runs on that 1-0 pitch. Thought it might have a chance, but that is going to be it for, like I said, strikeouts, double, or homer. He just misses the homer, but does plate 2 on that 2 outs. 2 RBI double in the top of the 7th. Chases the young 19-year-old who gives up another 2 runs. He has given up at least 2 runs in all 3 outings that he's had so far. Why is this not working now? Yeah, so we'll have ourselves another pitching change as I will update that as soon as they tell me. Let's see. Ju Sung-woo coming in to try to stop the bleeding for the Kiwoom Heroes. Hanwha able to get 1 run back last inning in the 6th inning on the home run by Peraza. And then 2 runs so far this inning. Lee Jin-young against sitting on second. Moon Yen-bin going back to the leadoff. So you got 2.1 innings left for Hanwha to get 2.1 more runs. And we have a new pitcher again. Ju Sung-woo, 3 games, 3.1 innings, 1 hold, 0 ERA, a 1.82 OPS against. Just did pitch again. He did pitch yesterday. 1 inning, faced 3 batters. No strikeouts or anything, but nobody reached. So, or at least, yeah. But Moon Hyun-bin is going to attempt to hit the hitting 262 on the season, 0 for 3 today. Ground outs to the second baseman, ground out to short, and then also a fly out to center field. Needs something here as he looks at ball one way up high. So Chu Sung-woo, 3 games pitched against LG, 2 games against LG, and then gave up 1 hit in those 2 games, and then 1 game against Hanwha, no hits. As he swings through that one, 1-1 at 145. All right, the 1 should be 1-1, but the score bug is wrong. There we go, 1-1 on the score bug now. That's just catches the inside upper corner there, and that's going to make it 1-2. All right, Moon Hyun-bin, the 1-2 pitch coming up, and that's in the dirt. 2-2. In his career against Chu Sung-woo, he is 1 for 2 with a home run and 3 RBIs. Can't hit a 3-run homer. I would love to see him hit a 3-run homer right now, but unfortunately there's only a runner on second, so we will have to settle for a 2-run homer to tie the game at 6-6. And that's low, ball 3. So not only is it a 3-2 count, down to runner on second, 3-2, 2 outs. And we are going to need that means Lee Jin-young will be off on any sort of contact, meaning a single is probably going to score, and that's going to be fouled away, out of play. And the scary, scary man on deck, Mr. Peraza. They do not want to walk him and bring Peraza to the plate. But we would love it as Hanwha fans. On the 3-2 pitch, steps off, throws to second, or fakes the throw to second. Lee Jin-young back, and the Hanwha fans deafeningly loud at Gocheok. I would say it's probably 70% Hanwha fans. And the 3-2 pitch, fouled back and out of play once again. Moon Hyun-bin, fan service, unstoppable, as he gives some souvenirs to those who are in the crowd. All right, once again, resetting, runner on second, 2 outs, leadoff batter, Moon Hyun-bin, 0 for 3 on the day. The 3-2 pitch, and that's lifted into center field, giving chase, catches it running, and then jumps up against the fence. Once again, excellent defense stops Hanwha from scoring more. Come on, Hanwha. All right, come on now. We've got ourselves a beautiful, beautiful game. 6-2, 6-4. Hanwha needs to finish this comeback. Please, please. Yeah, he's 19. He'll be 20. He'll be 20 next month. All right, so we should be coming back pretty soon here. We've got Kim So-yeon out. Kim Bum-soo coming in. 6 games, 4.2 innings, 1 hold, 5.79 ERA. Has pitched really well and really bad. So we will see how he pitches. There we go, Fernando. Oh, Francisco Fernandez. Welcome to the vertical stream. If you're wanting a little bit more chatter, Francisco, I suggest you check out the horizontal stream. There's a few more people watching it, but you're welcome in either one. All right, Dawson is going to lead things off for Kiwoom. Dawson 1 for 2 on the day, doubled in his first at-bats, walked, and then struck out in his last at-bats. And Kim Bum-soo. There we go, Manuel. I hope it's not a nice house, Francisco. I love the enthusiasm, but betting your shelter is a dangerous thing when betting with Hanwha. And the first pitch, ball 1, and it sets up outside, up high, and that hits his spot, but Dawson hits that a ton, and Kim Tae-yeon under it, but that is going to be a souvenir for ouch is understatement. Well, I say it every time. Kim Bum-soo coming in a situation where he is starting the inning is usually bad. All right, Kim Hae-sung versus Kim Bum-soo, and that's going to be up and in, ball 1. Dawson walking around with the crown. Well, don't do that, Francisco. And that is going to be a hit by pitch. And we've got a home run and a hit by pitch to lead off the bottom of the 7th for Hanwha. Why does this not show? That's why. Yeah, 3 runs, easy peasy. No problem whatsoever. All right. Okay, we got a runner on first. Nobody out. Number 4 hitter, Choi-ju-won stepping in. Choi-ju-won, again, the excellent play over at first. But we've got a walk, a single RBI, a fly out to left in his last at-bats. How about a double play here for Hanwha? Much needed double play. That's up, and that's going to be ball 1. Come on, Hanwha. Welcome to the horizontal, Francisco. And the throw over to first just misses him. right. The 1-0 pitch coming up. Lefty Chejuan versus lefty Kim Bum-soo. And that's just misses 2-0. All right. All right. The 2-0 pitch coming up. And foul that one straight back up against the backstop. And that's going to bring it to 2-1. All right. Come on, Hanwha. And so, just so you guys know, those of you, if you guys use curse words, it will not show up on the chats for. Just so you guys know, so you have to pick some different vocabulary because it will not show up on the chat. YouTube will block all of those. I can see them. Oh, it's fine. I can see them, but other people can't. Just so you know. I feel your pain. I feel your pain, man. All right, the 2-1 pitch checks over at first once again. Which one you gonna get? Which one you gonna get? All right, the 2-1, and that is right in between the shoulder blades, and another hit by pitch. As that's going to put runners on first and second, nobody out. Can we please get a manager out there? Thank you. Manager is coming out now because that is a home run and 2 straight hit by pitches. Yep, we're going to have a pitching change here for Hanwha, and that was quick. Wow. So we will see who is coming up. Cry away, man. It's okay. Nothing wrong with crying. I want to cry almost after every single Hanwha game. Yeah, it only. I think it only stops the English bad words. All right, Iminu coming in for Hanwha. I'm not entirely sure what the reason behind this is at all. Again, it's decisions. It would changing pitchers to a guy who should be pitching in leads. I've been a fan since 2014, whenever I moved to Korea. So this is my 11th year in misery. Minus 1 year, I guess. All right, Iminu is out on the mound. 6 games, 5 innings. Just got his first save as being a Hanwha Eagle in his last game, which was on Sunday. Was able to close it out. All right, Kimi Jip stepping in. He is 0 for 2 on the day. Sacrifice fly, RBI sacrifice into center field in the first inning, and then lined out to short and grounded out to third in his last at-bats. And we will have Iminu facing the right-hander here for his first pitch. Steps and spins around and checks on second. Yeah. You better learn some work on your Korean and your Spanish, and you can move here and be a translator for Hanwha. All right. Let's see. Are we going to get our first pitch here? Imenu on the mound, the 0-0 pitch. And that one is way low. Ball one. And I don't understand this. You're bringing in a guy you've been using in protection situations where Hanwha's had the lead and you don't want to give up the lead. You bring this guy in, but now you're bringing him in whenever Hanwha's down 3 with runners on first and second. I'm not entirely sure. As that's ball 2 way outside. See, yeah, there you go, Francisco. You got it now. Little change there, a little abbreviations. Work your way around the chatbot guys or whatever they're called. All right, the 2-0. That's shortstop, second. 6, 4, 3, 2 outs. Double play. Hanwha. 6, 4, 3, double play. Runner will move to third base, but we'll take that for now. 2 outs. I don't know if it does. You can try to ride him. All right. Imenu trying to get out of this. Runner on third. 2 outs. Way up high on that curveball. As Lee Hyung-jong steps in. He is 1 for 1 on the day. A 3-run shot in the first inning. And then 2 full count walks so far in the third and the fifth. And looks at strike 1 at the knees. 1-1. Yeah, I see it. Welcome, Andre. All right. And that's lifted back and out of play. Strike 2, 1-2. All right, Imenu leans in for the sign, shakes it, nods yes. The 1-2 pitch coming up, and fouled out of play once again. Resetting it for another 1-2. I do like how they've been using Imenu so far this year in a bullpen role. Don't like its necessarily all the moves, but it's good to see him pitching well this season. And misses a ball 2, doesn't get him to chase, but it's all right. It's 2-2 coming up. All right, the 2-2 pitch coming up. And Chopper, Noshiwan, scoops it up, throws to first, and that's going to be 3 away. Imenu, a fantastic pitching performance, getting out of the bases, or the 1-2 no outs, getting them to roll over like a Hanwha. And that will be the end of the 7th. We will go to the 8th inning. Hanwha down 7-4. I don't think that. So I live in Korea, so I can watch it on TV. I don't know if you can watch it anywhere else or not. Obviously, you can find places to watch it. But you'd be kind of like watching someone else's stream of what I'm watching. So it'd be pretty delayed, I think. But, yeah, you just have to kind of search KBO maybe KBO Live, something like that, and maybe you'll get something. I don't know if that's technically not really. I don't see any Kenny. Again, I really don't see any problem. The only problem is you got to pay to watch. I do pay. I actually do pay so that I can download and record different things. So, but we will move to the top of the 8th, and the scariest man in the KBO is coming up. Already 1 home run today, been on base twice with a walk, a home run, and well, no, Francisco, it's only available in Korea. You have to have a Korean ID, a Korean phone number, and a Korean bank account in order to do it. Because TVing has the rights as Raza looks at ball 1 and ball 2 on the inside. I don't think they're going to give him much to hit because, again, he's hitting from the left side where he's hitting 600 against righties on the season. But on top of that, he's also, the people behind him, Chan Sung, has not been hitting well. So the 2-0 pitch coming up, and that's also going to be inside ball 3. Yeah, so Francisco, this year they have the new rights holders. TVing bought the rights, so that's why you cannot do any other mobile streaming as Peraza rolls over on that 3-1 pitch, and that's going to be one away as he grounds out to second, and he knows he messed up there as he shakes his head as he walks back to the dugouts, rolling over on a 3-0 pitch. He can't do it all, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to have to get some help from Chaeun Sung here. Chaeun Sung 0 for 3 on the day. Did not play well yesterday. Averaged down to 239 on the season. Yeah, I mean, $5 a month, 5,500 won a month is really nothing. And I'll cancel it once the season's over. And that's fouled back. That's going to be strike 2. And Chaeun Sung has just not played well this season. So yesterday he was 0 for 5. Today 0 for 3. And the 0-2 fouled back up against the netting. That'll be resets for another 0-2 pitch. Chaeun Sung last year against Kiwoom hit 254, so not that much different than what he's hitting now. Actually in wrong button. And the 0-2 reaches out, just gets a piece of that, and fouls that back. So last year when he played in Gocheok, he hit 189. He was 7 for 37. Did not play well in Gocheok. No, did have 1 home run, but that's way up high. Ball 1, 1 and 2. Yeah, but the problem is there's no money in it, and that's the thing is as Chaeun Sung chops that one foul, the left field ball boy will go grab that one. Yeah, so remember if during COVID, the ESPN had ESPN tried to get the rights to the KBO for free, and ECLAT was like, no. You guys got to at least pay us. as Cheon Sung lifts that one into center, but that's right at the center fielder, and that's 2 down. So the KBO, the KBO doesn't have anything to do with it because they don't have the rights to their broadcast. That's the biggest problem. KBO wants to be international, or at least they say they want to be international, but they don't do anything to become international. They just think that people are going to go through hoops to watch, and they're not. That's just not. Yeah, you would think. I mean, but even like Hanwha has the aerospace program. You think somebody would, but the problem is they have to be able to have the ability to broadcast internationally, and they don't. All right. The 0-1 pitch to No Shiwan here. And that's line down the first base side. 0-2. Yeah, and so the thing is there's no money in the international broadcast. If you think about this, as far as I know, there is 0 other people broadcasting in English at all. And nobody really even tunes in. And that's way up high. Ball 1. So last year, and so the previous 2 years, I broadcasted in English and broadcasted the game on Africa TV, and I would usually only have 20 to 30 people watching. So it's not like there was nobody watching it, and that's just catches the top of the zone, and that's going to be another strikeout for No Shiwan. And that is going to end the 8th for Hanwha as they go down 1, 2, 3 with their 2, 3, 4 hitters. KBO is run like a bunch of 70-year-old men who know nothing about life. My Korean teacher actually took the time and tried to go to the KBO to get them to let me broadcast in English. But they have nobody working there. The name on the door is still like a construction company or something like that, and like the phone number is the phone is like still a construction company. They do stuff that just makes no sense. They'll be like, "Oh, we're going to do this." And then the next year we're not going to do this. And then they announce they're going to do something. And then 2 months later, they're like, "Oh, we're not going to do this." And they're just completely oblivious to any sort of like any way to run a business. They had the whole ECLATS issue before that's how it got solved, nobody knows. But they don't see the picture. They're very narrow-minded. Well, why'd you bet $500? So Park Sang-won on for Hanwha. 6.75 ERA. He did just lose his closer role with good reason. So this will be his first appearance, not as a closer, but as a just regular reliever. As first pitch, and that's foul down the line, just hops out of. So Park Sang-won has struggled the previous years, has struggled a lot, But Song Sung-moon stepping in. He is 0 for 2 on the day, and that's chopper up the middle, shortstop over on the second base side, and that's going to be one away on a beautiful play by Lee Do-yoon, who ranges over to the left to the first base side of second, grabs it, throws to first to get the first out. And again, the way over on the grass, the throw, Cheon-sung, the stretch. Very difficult play as he has to throw back across his body. Excellent play by Lee Do-yoon over at shorts. And Park Sung-won in there for a strike. I did not register there. And chopped foul. 0-2. Park Sung-won last year was basically into the closer role. 16 saves last year, was 5-3, 365 ERA. This year he's 5 games, 676, 675 ERA coming into today's game as he throws that one, and that's going to be fouled out of play. And he really part of it is you know, you got a guy you're bringing in to close out games, but you don't bring him in closing situations. It's the KBO. Anything's possible, man. And the 0-2 way up high. No break on that, and that's going to make it 1-2. So yesterday, the Kiwoom ended up with their, you know, Moon Sung-hyun came in to close it out, and that's going to be a strikeout. Looking, get yourself a seat and some popcorn. If you're just going to watch it, go by. And that's 2 away. And just misses on that. 1-0. Im Ji-yeol still looking for his first hit on the season. He is 0 for 18 and does not go on that one. 2-0. Why are you throwing around this guy? He's 0 for 18 on the season. There we go. Pops that one up. Choi Jae-hoon flips off the mask, gives it a chase, but out of play. 2-1. The only real sure bets in the KBO is that there will be an error in the game. All right. The 2-1 pitch bounced in the dirt. That's going to be 3-1. And Im Ji-yeol is 0 for 15 coming in. He does have 2 walks, though. 0 for 18 to start the season. And the 3-1 chops it. Noshiwan grabs it, throws to first, and that is going to be a foul ball. And 3-2. Wow. Let's check the replay. Oh, yeah, definitely foul. A little late on that call. 8-1. 8-1. Talote? Ouch. And that's fouled and out of play, and we will reset for another 3-2 count. There are some despicable games. 16-3 NC up on SSG. KT and LG in a 4-4 battle, and then Samsung and Kia in a 4-4 battle. 2 games, absolute blowout, and that's going to be another strike. Two strikeouts for the former closer, and we will go to the 8th. Hanwha down. Sorry, the 9th. Hanwha down 7-4. I don't know how Lotte scored 8 runs. How the heck did Lotte score 8 runs? That's the biggest question I've ever heard. 8 runs for Lotte? Did they have 2 homers? 8 runs with no homers for Lotte? Man, who was pitching for Doosan? Kwang Bin? Who's pitching for Lotte? Pak Seong. Wow. All right, we should be coming back here. All right, heading to the top of the 9th. Hanwha down 7-4. Looking for something short of a miracle. Moon Sung Hyun out again for he did pitch yesterday. That's something good for Hanwha, as a lot of times pitchers who pitch 2 straight games in a row do end up struggling. So Moon Sung Hyun out there again. 1 game yesterday, 2 strikeouts. So, Distillin, you do know that Hanwha won the... Hanwha had the best record in the KBO last year in preseason, and they actually... What a lot of people don't realize is... so Hanwha, even though they didn't finish last, they still had the same amount of wins as Kiwoom, who was in last. They just had 3 more ties. So... An Ji-hong leading things off. He is 0 for 2 on the day with a ground out to second and a ground out to short. And did walk in his last at-bat. And looks at strike 1 and then ball 1 up high. All right, An Ji-hong, the 1-1 pitch way up high, ball 2. We got a big inning here for Hanwha. All right, the 2-1 pitch. Way low, ball 3, 3-1 for the leadoff batter on Jeong. It'll be interesting what kind of moves they make here with Kim Tae-yeon on deck. Again, a righty. I wish they would show the on deck circle or something. But the 3-1 pitch coming up here. And that's outside, ball 4. Just misses, but we've got another leadoff batter for Hanwha. An Ji-hong led off the 7th inning with a walk, and they were able to score 2 runs, leading off the 9th inning here. There you go, Kenny. You got reason to believe in Lotte. All right. And here we go. Che In-ho will be pinch hitting here for Kim Tae-yeon. Che In-ho, again, the lefty. We will get his music going. And let's get this changed here. Whoa. All right, the 0-1 pitch. That's in there for a strike. 0-2. One can only hope, Kenny. They did bring in a pitcher that's pitched in yesterday's game. He did pitch really well yesterday, striking out 2. But second straight game is usually a very bad thing for relievers. And the 0-2 pitch sets up way outside. Does he go? Doesn't go, as they appeal down to third base. Gives him the safe sign. And Che-In-ho said, of course I didn't go. Didn't even come close. Didn't even come close. All right, here we go. The 1-2 pitch. How about a nice double to move runners to second and third. And that's underneath it. Left fielder giving chase. Catches it just inside the foul territory. And that's going to be 1 away for Hanwha. Hanwha down to 2 more outs. Let's see who we got. Choi Jae-hoon coming up. Will they pinch hit here? I can't imagine that they're going to pinch hit for their catcher, who is 1 for 3. And nope, they will not. Choi Jae-hoon stepping in, 1 for 3 on the day. Lined out to third base in his last at-bats. Singled in his second at-bats, but also chopped the catcher. And he looks at ball 1. Choi Jae-hoon is looking to get on. Always a threat to get hits by the pitch. Anything to get the tying run at the plate. And that's going to be in there for a strike. 1-1. 안녕하세요. Superstar. All right, the 1-1 pitch coming up. Choi Jae-hoon holding his foot up, and that's just catches the top corner, and that's going to make it 1-2. Superstar, Hanwha 팬이에요? And Choi Jae-hoon, the 1-2 pitch coming up. Way up, bounces out of the way, and that's going to make it 2-2. 아니요, 괜찮아요. 빙그레? 옛날. All right, the 2-2 pitch coming in. And that's going to miss low. 3-2 loads the count up for Choi Jae-hoon, who loves some free passes down to first base. Already has, check my sheet here. No. 6 free passes down to first base so far on the season. And the 3-2 pitch coming up. And he gets hit in the back again. The man just loves to get hit. And that's going to move a runner into scoring position, first and second for Lee Do-yoon. Will they let him hit is the question. Right in the armpit. Yeah, and then we'll get a pinch runner here. As get someone with a little bit more speed. Im Jong-chan will pinch run here. Im Jong-chan coming in, running for Hanwha. Oh, man, that's all that dude does is just gets hit. He is a expert in getting hit. All right, Lee Do-yoon will be hitting. Had a single in his last at-bats. He is hitting 400 on this young season. 1 for 3 today with a rough double play. I wish I wasn't. And so, Kenny, I actually have the lowest, I have the fastest broadcast possibly. Yeah, the TVing broadcast is super, super slow. I think I'm going to have to do something. Thank you, Kenny. All right, the 1-0 misses inside. That's going to make it 2-0. Yeah, and Kenny, what actually happens with the TVing is at the beginning of the game, it's pretty close. It's only a little bit behind, but towards the end, it just something happens and it gets slower and slower. And I try to refresh it, but it doesn't matter. And the 2-0 pitch just catches the bottom, and it's going to be 2-1. I've thought about ways. There is one way, but it's kind of expensive. To be able to broadcast a little bit quicker. Maybe I'll have to try that later. And Lee Do-yoon into the gap in between short and third, and that's gonna put runners on all of the bases. First, second, and third base for Hanwha. For his second at-bats, or second hit of the day, Lee Do-yoon slaps it in between short and third for a single. An Jeong moves over to third base. Im Jong-chan into second. And Lee Do-yoon takes over to first base. They've got the go-ahead run at the plate. And Lee Jin-young, and he has been known to hit a grand slam in a very, very crucial spot. Another one would be absolutely demoralizing for Kiwoom. And I'm all for demoralizing Kiwoom. And looks at strike one in there. 네, 맞아요. 맞아요. All right, Lee Jin-young, the 0-1 pitch. Swings through that one, strike two, 0-2. Again, I've talked about it before many, many times. Lee Jin-young is very good at three things. Home runs, doubles, and strikeouts. Let's hope for one of the first two, please. And the 0-2 pitch. Up the middle for a single. That's going to score at least one. Im Jong-chan is going to come. They're going to send him around. They're going to send him around, and he's going to score. That's going to be 2 runs on the RBI single by Lee Jin-young. And that's going to make it 6-7 Hanwha as they put up 2 so far, and they are ready to put up more. I think I missed my button. Big time single. Big time single. An Jeong comes around to score. Im Jong-chan comes around to score. That's going to be 2 hits for him, RBI double, 2 RBI double, and a 2 RBI single. Im Jong-chan has made himself recognizable. Moon Hyun-bin, 다음 타자 Moon Hyun-bin. 아니요, Moon Hyun-bin 차타, 그래서 괜찮아요. 우투 차타 좋아요. All right. Well, again, Kenny, they sent the guy out for a second. All right. We've got runners on first and second, 1 out, down by 1, leadoff batter up. Let's go, Moon Hyun-bin. And that's in the dirt. Ball one. Well, hopefully my neighbors aren't home. All right, Moon Yunbin, the 1-0 pitch coming up. Pitch number 24. And that's just missed, fouled, backing out of play. He knew he missed it, as that's 1-1. Come on, Moon Yunbin. 네, 아니요. 맞아요. 네, 볼넷 괜찮아요. And that's fouled, backing out of play. 0-2 or 1-2. I hope you guys. I hope it doesn't blow out your guys' ears. I set up some stuff to like stop it, but so that like when I do yell, you guys don't lose your eardrums. All right, Moon Yunbin, the 1-2 pitch coming up. No double play, please. Anything but a double play. My dream is up there. Unfortunately, I have to. My stuff didn't quite work. There we go. Well. I still got my K strikeout up there. Let's get rid of that. You guys can see my editing in progress. Well, Hanwha loses another one. They came back, made it a game. Very reminiscent of 2021, 2022 Hanwha. Where they would put the tying run or the winning run on base. So in 2021, they would often put the tying run at the plates, and then 2022, they would often put the tying run on base, where the winning run would be at home. Again, had a chance late in the game, but Kiwoom, I mean, you got to look at the starting pitcher. You got to look at the starting pitching. Yesterday, starting pitching, not good. Can't get through 5 innings with your ace. Today, starting pitching, 3 innings from Pena, 64 pitches, 38 for strikes, 4 hits, 1 home run, 3 walks. You had the air that's allowed 2 unearned runs. Big, huge unearned run there. And then, Kim Bum-Soo came in, started off an inning, ended up giving up a home run that turns out to be the difference. No problem, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will be back. I just got an alarm from my watch saying that I've been exercising for 26 minutes today. So apparently me dancing and maybe my heart rate is a little higher than it should be. Apparently my watch thinks watching Hanwha is exercise. It's probably not exercise that's good for the heart, but it's whatever. So it's Hanwha, a lot of people were very, very high on Hanwha. When they lose 7, they win 7 games in a row to start this. But very important things were, they didn't give up. They almost mounted the comeback. The 6, 7, 8 hitters. No, actually, I would say the 7, 8, 9 hitters did well for Hanwha. They still have a lot of holes in this lineup, and I talked about it in my preview of today's game. I'm not sold on Pena as a starter. I'm not. He wasn't a great starter the 2 years that he's been here. Started out 2-0, but those 2 games he actually didn't pitch fantastic, which is something that Hanwha needs because they can't do they can't give up too many runs because they still think this offense has too many holes. Obviously today they were able to come back with some small ball, but before that, Peraza and Noshiwan, 2 hits, 2 home runs. They've got to get, a little bit better. No, my AirPods usually die during the broadcast. The watch is fine. The AirPods usually die during the broadcast. That's why during the 5th inning stretch, I actually charged them. So that's why I really like the pitch clock because it makes things go a little bit faster so my AirPods don't die. But Hanwha loses another one, 7-6. Mounted the comeback. Tomorrow, I'm going to guess Kim Min-woo will get the starts. He is 1-0 on the day, or 1-0 on the season. We'll see, pretty good pitching from the bullpen for Hanwha. Won Jung-seo, 2 innings, 2 strikeouts, did walk 2 batters, but pitched extremely well. Kim So-hyun did give up 1 hit. Kim Bum-soo did not pitch well in relief, but I've talked about before when he starts an inning, he just doesn't pitch as well. He is a guy that needs to come in a very, very important situation with runners on or coming in to the middle of an inning. That's when he just does his best. Lee Min-woo pitched fantastic getting out of that Kim Bum-soo issue with the home run and then the 2 hit by pitches. Park Sang-won came in. Again, he pitched really well. 2 strikeouts for him. So the bullpen did its job. The problem is the starting pitcher, once again, was not able to pitch deep into a game. Only 3 innings. So between their first and second starting pitcher, they've gotten 7.1 innings in these 2 games versus, Kiwoom's pitcher today got 6 innings. Kiwoom's starting pitching yesterday got 5 innings and only pulled because they were up by, 10-1 or something like that, or 10-4. So another poor starting pitching performance. Hopefully it's fixed tomorrow so that they don't get swept by Kiwoom, who I, again, had, and most people I think had, losing and being the last in the league. But Hanwha falls to 8-4, and Kiwoom moves up to 6-4. Thank you guys for watching the broadcast, and I will see you guys tomorrow.